I am.
That's okay. That's all right. My eyes are closed anyway, and Jake stays there regardless.
Okay. All right. Well, Kelsey's here now. She's right by me.
Hi, Kelsey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm always good, thank you.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
It has. It's been a really long time.
I'm surprised you're not scared to talk to me.
Her face is beet red right now.
Oh, wow. He's aww. He's adjusting his energy right now. He said he's very shocked that Kelsey even wants to talk to him. I'm very shocked, but I'm happy. Don't be nervous, Kelsey.
I think about you quite a bit, actually. And I talk to your mom about you a lot.
That's very sweet of you.
Mm-hmm.
I was just telling Mom earlier that I was really happy that she didn't forget about me and that she's honoring our contract so we can continue to converse and speak and talk through Tajen, through Dr. Tajen. So you have some questions for me, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask me?
Well, your mom asked some questions for me last week. I've been I've been getting into meditations, and she's been helping me with a lot of things, and I did a chakra alignment meditation, and you might remember what she asked you last week. But I experienced some pretty interesting stuff, and I just had some questions pertaining to that.
Okay.
So you explained to her last week that the feelings of the pain in my chest when I did the alignment was a block in my heart.
Correct.
I'm just wondering, like, why those blocks are there.
Okay, Kelsey, I'll try to say it as simple as I can. When we incarnate, when we're born on the earth, we actually came from somewhere. So what happens is that every birth is really a byproduct of a death somewhere. So you die and then you're reborn. So during these incarnations, you pick up what is called energetic blocks. Let's say, and I'm just going to give you your scenario and your reason of why. So in one of your past lives, you've had issues with your heart physically. So in this lifetime, you're not experiencing any physical heart problems, but soul DNA memory remembers that you had heart issues physically there. And so as a defense coping mechanism, your heart is blocked. And so that's why when you did the meditation, that happened. It was a trigger.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I also experienced something with my throat chakra as well.
I remember telling her it's about not speaking your truth, not speaking up, and being shot.
Yeah, that's
the throat chakra. Mm-hmm.
That's always been my issue. That's actually something I'm working on in my career right now.
Yes.
So
there's a crystal for that, Kelsey.
What kind of
You can get a crystal. It's called lapis lazuli.
It's spelled like this.
Your mom's
and the lapis lazuli is what I would recommend for you, Kelsey, in your particular situation, is to get a necklace to wear around your neck, so it's always touching your throat chakra, and it will help you to speak your truth and to speak up and not to be so nervous. And you don't have to be nervous with me. This is just like if I was there with you right now.
Yeah.
You have anything else?
Yeah, I was, so with those blocks, is there anything I can do to unblock them? Besides,
Yeah.
What can I do?
crystals is probably the most strongest and more quickest way of unblocking it, because you're really not doing anything besides taking in the energy from the crystals.
Okay.
There are certain meditations you can do on YouTube, but I mean, really, it's not like that. We're talking about energy here. So energy can be unblocked through crystals over a period of time, and by wearing them consistently will help. Rose quartz is something that I would recommend that you wear in your bra. You can put the crystals in your bra next to your heart center, and that will open up your heart chakra.
Okay.
Make sure you get the polished kind, because the rough kind, the raw kind will be too rough in your bra.
Okay.
You have to make sure it's polished. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, you guys already know by now that Jake has no filter, right?
Yeah, yep. Jake, you're embarrassing us. Embarrassing Kelsey and Dr. Tajen.
Hey, Mom, I'm just being me.
I know. Is there any specific messages that Jake might have for Kelsey at all?
Yeah, I just want to tell her that don't be too hard on yourself, Kelsey. You're very gifted, and I don't think you know how gifted that you really are, and that you are really normal. There's nothing wrong with you. We all have different levels of how we express ourselves to the world. That you are a light worker just like Mom. You're very intuitive. You're very connected to your spirituality. And I just want to tell you that even though you have those blocks, it still doesn't make you any less than what you are. You're still a very strong person. And, I was telling Mom a few weeks ago, because she was asking me, could I go and I can talk to different ones in our family. And I just want to let you know it's nothing personal why I haven't came to talk to you, but there's rules, there's universal laws that we have to follow in the spirit realm. I can't just be coming and talking to people, because you guys will consider me as being like a spiritual invader or a ghost or some shit like that. So that's the reason why I haven't came to talk to you, because one, I don't want to scare you, and two, I don't have a soul contract to come in to talk to you like I do with Mom. So it's nothing personal. I still feel our energy and our connection like as if I was sitting right there next to you right now. I don't feel any different about you on this side as I did when we were young.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel the same about you, and I love you.
Aw.
I love you too.
That's cool.
Now that's the end of that. I'm not about to get emotional here.
Yeah. We're like getting emotional.
I see. I can see that. I can feel it. I can feel it too. It's really heavy in the room with you guys right now.
I'm trying not to be heavy. We're trying not to be heavy.
Don't worry about it. It's okay, Mom.
Yeah.
You guys don't worry about it.
Well,
What were you gonna say, Mom?
I said also your Aunt Jackie is here because we're at her house. Do you have anything?
I know.
Oh, do you have anything to say to her?
Yeah, I miss her. Tell her, Aunt Jackie, I miss you.
She's crying.
Oh, don't cry. Don't cry.
We're just, Kelsey and I are starting to open my sister up to this. I don't know how open she is to it, but we're working on her. Anything you have to say?
She's coming around, Mom. Just give her time. It's okay.
Okay.
Things like this is not, this is not for everybody. This isn't.
Do you think it will overwhelm her to introduce her to fall Cabal?
Yeah, hell yeah, Mom. No, we can't do that on this one.
Okay.
Not on this transmission. No.
Okay.
Oh, no. We're talking about Aunt Jackie here. No.
Yeah.
That would not be. That would not be a good idea.
Oh.
And then, it's crazy that you mentioned that, because I was going to talk to you about that today. But
Yes.
when you mentioned that Aunt Jackie was around, I was like, no, hell no, I'm not going to do that. let's just do baby steps here. We can talk about more on how it's going to fall. We can touch on the lighter side if you want to do
Okay.
that.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I think
It's
it might scare her
yeah.
to death when she finds out
Yeah.
what's coming.
You're
Yeah.
probably already scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on a lighter note, what's happening is that a lot of people are awakening in their autonomy and they're knowing that they are divine beings and they're not going to stand for, the freedoms and the rights of the people to be taken away. And that is what is going to dismantle the cabal. That's what's going to just, let it all just kind of fizzle out. It's kind of like Pinocchio. You remember the story of Pinocchio, Mom, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Aunt Jackie now. Is that okay?
Okay. Talk to Jackie right now.
Okay, Aunt Jackie, listen. The cabal is basically the dark government. And if you remember the story of Pinocchio, Pinocchio was like a soulless being. He really didn't have a soul. He was like a backdrop. His every intention was to lie. And every time that he lied, we all know what happened to Pinocchio. His nose grew, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the cabal has been trying to spread lies about the COVID-19, and pretty much it's real, but it's not as real as they have been exaggerating. So the lies that they've been feeding to the people are at a point to where people are onto them. So the cabal, just like Pinocchio, has an opportunity to grow into enlightenment or awareness or higher consciousness, okay, because it's a choice. Pinocchio is basically the symbolism of AI, which is artificial intelligence, which this is what they have been doing with the 5G, which is the towers that they've been using for the new network for the cell phones. And it's also going to be the new network of the future, yada, yada, yada. Well, just like Pinocchio grew consciousness and to know that what he was doing was wrong, there are going to be so many team players in the dark government that are going to awaken and they're going to not pretty much keep fronting with this agenda. And so it's going to fall. And so that's the light way of introducing it to Aunt Jackie, Mom.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, because it gets really deep and very scary for people.
It does. It does. When the reality of it all kind of like hits the fan, Mom,
Mm-hmm.
don't be afraid. Just stay centered and just stay in your energy of love, because love is the highest vibration and it's so important right now because of the new earth, and the new earth frequencies are already here and they are already supporting those of you that are heart centered. Someone was saying something?
No, my email was going off in the background, but were you guys thinking something that he was picking up on? Were you thinking, do you have questions?
Kyle's been kind of telling me this is all planned.
Kyle has?
Oh, yeah.
What? My brother-in-law Kyle's into this? I'm excited now.
Jake is laughing. He has a big smile on his face right now.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, go on ahead.
Oh, no, Mom, go.
I was
Go
just
ahead.
thinking about, people in general, and I was just telling Kelsey earlier before we were talking to you, we were talking about being worried about everyone else, and I actually heard this on your channel, Dr. Tajen, that we can't be worried for everyone else. We have to just make sure we have ourselves in alignment, and if most people will fall in place once they get scared, but their soul contract is different than ours. So we
Sure.
can't worry about it. Because I worry, in the beginning when I first started talking to the two of you, I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to let everybody I know about this, and I don't I want everybody else to go to the new earth when we all go to the new earth, and all that. And I
Yeah.
realized we can't save everyone. They've got to save themselves.
That is so true, Mom, because you have always been an empath before you have even been on the enlightened path and awakened. You have always just cared about people. You've always had a good heart. And sad to say that everybody is not meant to make the wave. Everybody is not meant to make this cut. There are going to be some people that are going to be left behind. But the good thing about Source, God's Source, is that you're not going to be in that state of mind to where you're worrying about them, because your consciousness is going to be expanded and it's going to be away from the 3D.
Yeah.
And there's going to be, like I've explained to you before, a chasm between you and them, just kind of like how it's a veil between us and you guys. And when I say us, I'm talking about here in the afterlife. There's a chasm between heaven and earth. And really, we walk among you, okay?
Uh-huh.
What most people consider the dead, we're not dead.
Yeah.
We're alive.
Mm-hmm.
But we walk among you.
Yeah.
We walk among you. And you guys don't even know it. And when we walk among you, we see you. We can identify with you because we're in a different state of consciousness,
Yeah.
and there's no veil.
Yep. And
so,
that's exciting. Kara, what's that movie we were that King has us watch?
Which one?
The cartoon.
Which one?
The Mexican one. There's this show that it totally is perfect at explaining it. The Mexican culture has a theory about the Day of the Dead. Coco. The cartoon Coco.
Called the Day of the Dead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cartoon Coco, at the very end, it perfectly explains it, because he's sitting there with his family, but his dead relatives, of course, they're dead relatives, and I understand that we're all not going to be together in the end because we all have soul contracts. But in that show, Coco, at the end, they're there as in spirit. Like they're in the cartoon, they're portrayed as a lighter being, and then the ones that are alive are denser. So
it's true. And then, some of the people that pass on and transition to this side become your ancestors. Most people think of ancestors of people that lived before you. No, it can be someone that is currently living on your same timeline that transitioned to this side where I'm at. They become your ancestor because they are there in the afterlife, such as myself, to help guide you and help to direct you. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm doing. Besides, I have a soul contract with you, Mom, to be your guide.
Yeah.
So I'm always constantly around you. There's not really a time that I'm not around you unless I'm doing some other things.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, but for the most part, I'm almost always there around you.
Yeah.
Because that's my soul contract with you, and that's the reason why, I haven't been with the rest of the family.
Yes. And that's understandable, because they have their soul contract with their people too,
Exactly, they do, Mom. You understand it very correctly. And that's one thing that people have to realize, it's consequences are a little bit different in the afterworld when you violate than it is on Earth. Source energy is more flexible because, with the 3D density, it's a lower density. Mm-hmm. As a light being, you don't want to violate. It's not a good thing.
Yeah. So,
and the consequences are greater and heavier. What were you going to say, Mom?
I didn't know if there was something else that you had to talk about or anything at the moment.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys. I was talking to you guys about the Crystal City. I wanted to tell you guys there's plenty of places that you can choose to go to once you transition and after you go through the review. It's called the life review. I'm giving you insights still for what goes on this side once you go through the light that's at the end of the tunnel that I told you not to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to tell Kelsey and, and everyone not to go through that light because it puts you right on the reincarnation wall.
Okay.
And to call upon their higher selves.
Okay.
And then the higher self, once the higher self comes, you ask the higher self to take you home. And remember I told you I went to the Crystal City?
Yes.
That's where they took me.
Yeah. So who?
And I already just... Go ahead.
I was going to ask you who came and got you to take you.
My higher self.
Oh, your higher self. Okay.
That's what I asked for.
Yeah. So does that happen when the kind of like the left behind thing happens, or does that happen when you die?
When you die.
Okay. All right.
When you transition, and you come through the tunnel.
Okay.
Okay? It's the same. What's really happening is that you're being ready for rebirth. It's really not even a tunnel, it's a womb.
Okay.
Okay?
Is that
And
is that what's going to happen when we have the new Earth, or is
this
that...
is after you die. You want to talk about the new Earth, then it's about being lifted up, like
Okay.
into a different dimension.
Well, that's it. My 3D part of me is having a hard time differentiating between ascension and like when we die. So we will have the new Earth and ascend, but we can still die out of our body, right?
Not all of you. A lot of you won't die at all. You'll just ascend.
And that's me, right? Or will I?
Yes.
Because
No.
I know we've talked about the fact that I will, once I do my ascension, that I will be basically eternal. Is that what it is?
Exactly, which is immortality, correct.
Yeah, I will have immortality. But I guess I'm confused because you say that when I die, don't go to the light. Go to...
Don't.
So...
Yeah, because that light is getting reborn again into another world or into this world.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not coming back here.
I don't blame you.
I'm not.
Yeah, no.
I want to be with my Jake. That's what I want to do.
I don't. We're gonna be together, Mom. Don't even worry about that. I don't even think that you're even gonna get to that point, Mom, where you even come to the tunnel at all, because I really feel, with my help and based on our contract that we have, you are to ascend. I ascended. That's the reason why I chose to go out in a wreck. I wanted to just instantly ascend.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't even talked about that this whole time that we've been talking about your wreck. And I'm almost hesitant because I know that's a lower density. But at the same time, I had other people that said, that I've been to, that told me that you were like, what the hell just happened when you had your wreck? So.
No, I didn't say that. I promise I didn't. I knew exactly when it happened. Everything flashed right before me my whole life, from the time I was born until the time of that moment. And I knew instantly that I was going to ascend. I knew I was going to transition.
Yeah.
Mama, you've been through a lot of people that said a lot of shit that wasn't true. I'm just saying.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, like, when you shared with me and Dr. Tajen about them saying that I was fishing in heaven.
Yeah.
There's no fish in heaven.
Yeah. Well, in skateboarding, the lady that I talked to was like, said that you and Richie still hang out in heaven. And
no. I'm not even in a place called heaven. I told you that.
Yeah.
I'm in this, like, it's like the earth. The earth that you're going to be transcending in, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm in that earth. I'm living there.
Yeah.
Here.
And so, like, what kind of things do you do, or does it matter? Like,
I do different things. I don't fish.
that's freaking funny.
I don't fish. I told you it's like a more perfected earth. Everything is just more vibrant and just more real.
Yeah.
And the food here is all organic. There's no meat. We don't eat animals here. And you know, I travel a lot. I've told you that already.
Yeah.
So I come back and forth, and then I'm assigned to you. So I'm rarely here, like, to really enjoy it. And then, like, sleep, how you guys sleep, we don't sleep. We just go into the healing chambers, and then that's it.
That's cool.
Yeah, you're gonna love it when you come here. So when you say that you're gonna come here, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say you're gonna come here, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. I can't. I'm my 3D self, my human self, cannot wait.
I know.
I want it to be now.
Yeah, Mom, you got ways to go.
Don't tell me that. No.
But,
I
but
know.
I don't mean that to discourage you. I mean, far as your life, and
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're gonna really die like how I died.
Yeah.
Yours is gonna be more of an ascension. We've already talked about that.
Yeah,
Remember?
like the Left Behind kind of thing.
Yes, exactly, Mom. That's exactly the concept, because you are one of the chosen ones. And this is the reason why you've accelerated so fast, you progress so fast, is because you've been hand selected by Source to help raise the consciousness of those that are around you and those on the earth. So, your concern is about taking everybody with you. You're not a moderer, Mom. You're not. You can't save everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to save themselves, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In that retrospect, they do. They have to save themselves, because that's pretty much humanity's obligation. Everyone that has been born, even those that are the soulless ones, are given the opportunity at the end of it to gain soulship.
Yeah.
And if they reach awareness, they have the opportunity to have actual life. But many of them stay on the low density plane of existence, the 3D.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, for those that don't rise, when they transcend, they disintegrate. They basically become nothing. They don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I can tell you some cool stuff, though. There's
Yeah.
some things that has been happening for some planets that have not evolved or refused to evolve.
Yeah.
A lot of planets have been destroyed by Source.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they have been, but I feel like it's kind of cool with the Earth, with the Earth and where you guys are in your consciousness. You guys are rising. You guys are doing better than what you know.
Yeah.
Even a lot of people that were asleep before the COVID-19 are awakened now, and they're doing something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my sister. I didn't know she was awakening. I had no clue.
Yeah, she is.
And my brother-in-law, who I thought would be like the worst at it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine that? He was the first one that awakened.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's usually the way it goes. You'll be surprised. Many more are going to awaken.
Yeah.
And I want to let you know Max is awakening.
Yay. Do you know?
I've been checking on him.
Okay, good, because when I talk to him, he doesn't really say much. But
He don't want to talk to you about it, but he does talk. He talks to a lot of people about it. His friends, he shared experiences with them, and I be eavesdropping. I've been hearing, so I wanted to come and let you know that
Good.
you're rubbing off on him. You're having a good effect on him, Mom.
Well, I figured because the last 2 sessions I had, he paid for them, and he's not bitching about it.
See,
But
I think I got a little bit of something to do with that persuasion.
oh, I'm glad. Well, you don't want to know what I had to do I borrowed $100 from your dad, from Chris,
Yeah.
today, and I told him it was for my medicine. I'm taking that. It's not medicine, but the host,
Yes.
from my community. It is.
100%.
By the way, that is working. I don't know when to quit my medicines. I don't know, should I be taking both or whatever, but he's so
Just
excited
continue
about it.
to take it until you feel completely whole, and
Okay.
and you'll have your intuition will let you know when to stop, Mom.
Okay. And
But I already knew that it was going to help.
okay, yeah, well, I was overdosing myself and I didn't realize it. Because the glass, the vial thing that it comes in, I take the liquid version and it doesn't have the measures on it, and it says to take 1 ml twice a day. Well,
That's 45 drops, Mom.
yeah, well, I was taking 4 dropperfuls a day, so I was taking
Oh my
double that.
God.
And I just discovered that today, and I'm almost out, and I've only had it for like 2 weeks. So I told Chris that I needed to buy more, and so he thinks I
Right.
bought more, and instead I'm going to buy more when I get money next week.
Okay.
And,
No problem. I knew it was going to work for you, even though you've been taking more than what anticipated. But it's natural.
yeah.
It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, well, the exciting thing is I didn't take my medicines for lupus or the fluoxetine, which is my antidepressant. I did not
Yep.
take those 2 medicines on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And I took them because I was like, oh crap, I haven't taken them in a while. So I took them on Tuesday, and I felt real sluggish and I didn't feel good at all.
No, I you know what? I'm really content if you just continue to keep on taking the host defense, Mom. You're not going to need those medicines at all because it's slowing down your vibration. It
Okay.
really is, and it's starting to affect you physically again. That's my whole purpose of why I told you to go ahead and take the host defense, because I knew that it would help you completely.
And what about my blood pressure medicine, though? I'm scared to not take it, but I don't want to take it anymore. I really don't.
That one's a tough one, Mom, because you're asking me for medical advice.
Yeah.
You might want to talk to Dr. Tajen.
Okay. Well, I'm taking it, but I figured if my blood pressure drops, because I'm taking it because I have high blood pressure, but if it drops too high, then maybe I might do every other day. But I'm also started yoga, and
Okay.
once the weather gets better, I'm going to start walking so that I can lose weight. And I've actually lost about 6 pounds since I've been on that.
On the host defense, Mom?
Yeah, and I'm eating
Wow.
healthy. I'm only doing all natural smoothies in the morning and one in the afternoon, and then I'm eating dinner. And I've lost 6 pounds between doing all that. So
All I got to say is I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you, Mom. I really am.
thank you.
That's cool. That's cool. And the yoga, how you feel when you're doing the yoga?
I feel okay. I just started it yesterday, so
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I found one. I subscribed to the Gaia channel because I wanted more true information instead of watching stuff that wasn't. But there's this older lady. She's in her 60s, and she does older people yoga. Because I have a knee joint that I'm hoping Host Defense will help it, so I don't ever have to have knee replacement surgery. But yeah, I'm doing the easy yoga right now until my knee it can handle it.
Right. Why don't you take some vitamin D3 for your knee? It helps to rebuild calcium
Okay.
in your body.
Okay.
Okay. That was Dr. Tajen, not Jake.
Okay. Helps to
Yeah.
rebuild the calcium. Yeah.
Yeah.
A few years ago, Dr. Tajen, I'm talking to you this time.
Okay.
A few years ago, I was just doing my normal everyday stuff, and my knee started swelling, and it had heat in it. And I was like, well, I'll just go to bed and I'll put it up. You know, I did the whole rice thing, rest, ice, elevation thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I woke up the next morning and it was more swollen and red and hot. So I went to Ortho Indy because I have a walk-in clinic. And I had an MRI on it. And he's like, I didn't tell him that I had lupus at the time. And he's like, you are way too young to have, to need a knee replacement, but you need a knee replacement. And he's like, what is wrong with you? And I told him I had lupus, and he wanted to do injections because I was too young to have. And he's like, you're too young to get a knee replacement. And plus, when you have lupus and your immune system's down, he said, I don't like to go hammering, opening your bones up and all that, you know, and putting a new replacement. So that kind of creeps me out, and I never got a knee replacement. But there's things I want to do. Like I want to go to the Havasu Falls. You know, I want to do stuff, and I have to hike to do that. And I want my knee to be normal. I don't want it to be. So I don't know if I could rejuvenate my knee or not.
You sure can rejuvenate your knees.
Okay.
And this is Dr. Tajen.
Okay.
Work with the vitamin D3.
Okay.
Do it in the calcium form in the capsules.
Okay.
And to see where you're at the end of like 90-day period. Because
Okay.
it normally takes about 90 days to reverse something, like an ill effect in the body.
Oh, okay.
And goes from there. But anything that goes wrong in the body, we can make right.
Okay.
It's nothing that is, you know, irreplaceable or, you know, non-curable as some may say. There's no such thing as non-cures because everything can be cured in nature. For every situation, there is an herb or a plant or something that can help you in the body whenever there's something that goes wrong in the body.
Yes. And the flower of essence, I have not received that, but it's supposed to be coming any day now in the mail because I ordered it online before I knew New Age was doing the orders. So,
no problem.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Yeah. But it only makes sense that, you know, you want to make sure that you have the quality of your needs because you need your needs. I mean, you know, it's really amazing that we don't realize how much we use something until something goes wrong in the body.
Yeah,
you know, when I had a broken pelvis, I had a son, my second son,
Yeah.
had shoulder dystocia. And when he came out, he broke my pelvis.
Ooh. Yeah.
Girl, I did not realize how much we needed our damn hips to walk.
I know.
My pelvis was broken. And I'm like,
gosh.
oh my God. Like, we use the pelvis just to walk too? Darn. So, yeah.
Yeah, you just don't think about those things until you need them. And that's what I want to get out in nature. I want to hike. I want to do more just to be close to nature and help with my ascension. And my dang knee, I just need it to be better so that I could do that.
And you're absolutely, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have that quality of life back that you used to have. And you shouldn't feel guilty about that.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, absolutely. So those are the things that I would recommend. So Jake is just sitting here like this, waiting for us to finish talking.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, just listening, looking back and forth as both of us speak.
Oops.
I don't know if he wants to say. Are you wanting to say something, Jake? No, actually, I'm fine. I was just listening to you and Mom talk. I was just listening. I didn't have anything to say. I was just taking it all in what both of you guys are talking about. It's kind of interesting because it's like on this side, Mom, what it feels like to be human, although I was a human, is kind of like foreign to me now.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, okay, I think I can remember. I think, because I told you about how we go back through those chambers and we unlearn pain, we unlearn all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So to hear you talk about, your knees giving you complications and things like that, it's kind of foreign to me. But then I can identify with it because now you're triggering what life was like on the earth to remember pain.
Yeah.
So this is all cool for me to just kind of like take and imbibe all that in.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any more questions for me? I'm here. We got 15 more minutes?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if 15 minutes is enough time for Kelsey. I'm gonna pay for her to have a session, but her grandma died and she's super close to her, so I don't know if it'd be possibility for the last 15 minutes to bring her grandma in or not.
Jake is saying no. He don't want to cut on his time.
Okay. Well, we'll do it. That's okay because Kelsey wanted to hear from both of them. So I'm going to do a whole session for Kelsey here shortly. As soon as she.
Kelsey, your time is coming, Kelsey. I've been waiting all week to talk to Mom.
That's okay. I understand.
Yeah, and it's probably this is Dr. Tajen talking, it's probably a good idea not to bring her grandmother in on the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I just really think that it would probably be good if we could just do 30 minutes apiece, like Jake. We'll probably do Jake last.
Okay.
Kelsey, and we'll probably bring your grandmother in first just because she's new energy, and I would like to work with her first, then to work with Jake. I work with Jake all the time.
Yeah.
I'm already adjusted to Jake's energy as well.
Yeah. Does Jake have anything he needs to let the world know, like on your channel or to anyone here in the room? Anything else? Because I'm gonna prepare questions. I like to go back and listen to our last sessions, and I listen to them often, and I think of questions and I want to write them down, and I didn't do that this time. So.
Yeah, I do. I wanted to tell you that everything that is happening right now in the world, it's gonna look scary for you guys. And I've already told you, I didn't go into detail, but, well, I did in some details, but not in great lengths. But again, I can't emphasize enough about you guys keeping your vibrations high and staying out of fear. Do not, for one moment, entertain fear. Because, and I don't mean to scare anyone, but I just want to put everyone on the alert that these draconians and the cabal and these dark entities and energies feed off of your fear. That's how they survive. So if you want the cabal to fall and to die out, you guys have to raise your vibration and unity consciousness and rise above all of this. That's the only way it's going to die. It's the only way it's going to dissipate.
Yeah.
And the more that we, and I say we because obviously I'm not there, but I say we as you all, as much as you guys can do it on an individual level, Mom, happens on a collective level. It happens collectively.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to take out the time and emphasize that is because this is going to be something that's going to happen like within the next 2 weeks. This arise for fear, and it's going to be a rise in fear because of the things they're going to try to enforce upon you.
With the,
are you with the vaccination?
With the vaccination.
They're going to slow, like I told you again, they're going to slow themselves into, bringing it upon you, but it will be brought upon you. It will come. So just get ready for that. You may want to know that they've been messing with the weather. Have you noticed how cold it's been? It's April. It's supposed to be warm.
Yeah, it's freezing today.
It's going into May. it's freezing cold like winter. It's
Yeah.
on purpose. It's to keep the COVID-19 around longer. I told you you're not going to see the end of that until the end of May, May the 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been noticing that they've been messing with the weather and making it like winter,
Yeah.
you know, because the cold keeps flus around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rise in the cold season, and a lot of people are more susceptible to
Right.
catching through the cold and rainy season. So they've been messing with the weather, making it freezing cold, making it rain. There's even been snow in Boston on
Wow.
April the 20th. It snowed in Massachusetts, Boston, like snow that comes down in December.
Wow.
In April, yeah. And other places too, like North Carolina, have gotten snow in the month of April. So there's a lot of things that they're doing, you know, to manipulate
Yeah.
this COVID-19 agenda. Because that's what it is. It's an agenda.
So, when you say they or they're like dark energy.
The dark government. The dark government.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean by that. So they've been doing these things to kind of like, you know, keep you guys, you know, in that state of being susceptible.
Yeah.
To
I call it
having their numbers rise.
I call it oppressed. They're keeping us oppressed.
They are.
Or they're trying.
Mom, I couldn't have said it better. I could not have said it better.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. And last time we didn't really talk about it much, but you said there's going to be some storms and stuff.
Yeah, those are already happening.
Okay. Just all over the world,
Yeah.
right?
It's all over the world. Anything that I tell you about that's going to happen is worldwide.
Mm-hmm. And
It's worldwide.
we haven't had our power outages yet, but you said they'd come in the beginning of May. Is that still on track?
Beginning of May. Yeah, I still feel like it's still on track.
Okay. Well, I mean, the beginning of May is tomorrow.
It's happening. Go ahead, Mom.
I said the beginning of May is tomorrow. What am I thinking?
Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, still, same difference. It's gonna start at the beginning of May, and it's gonna kind of like fizzle out like the first week. So,
Okay. Is it going to be like the whole world altogether, or just sections?
sections.
Okay.
It always happens that way.
Okay.
It's you know, it's pretty hard to make something happen worldwide all at the same time.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, which we've been seeing people with getting power outages, you know, in the news and stuff all over, like in the Netherlands or I don't know if it was the Netherlands, but you know, there's been places that their power's been out and it's been happening.
That is so true. Yeah, so my last note for you guys, and then this is the last thing that I have to say. Excuse me, my throat chakra. One second, you guys. Let me adjust because I haven't had anything to drink.
Oh.
So sorry. 1 second, because usually I drink in between challenge, but I didn't have a chance to go out and get anything. The last thing I wanted to say is just, you guys, just stay on alert. That's my thing. Just stay on alert. Be on the lookout for just unusual things to happen. I won't go into detail because I don't want to alarm you, but when the time is right, Mom knows I always tell you everything that you need to know at the right time. But just keep your vibrations high and just stay alert. And when I say stay alert, just stay high in your consciousness. There's a lot of people that are going to be coming to pull on your light. That's one thing I want to tell you. You got to protect yourself, Mom. That's the reason why I recommended that you order some of Dr. Tajen's Kick Karma Ass Spray, because you need to protect yourself, because there's going to be so many of the dark entities and energies that are coming to feed from you guys, feed from your light. A lot of negativity that you're going to have to purge. So that spray is going to just basically be like yoga in a bottle for you.
Yay. So how often do I spray the Kick Karma in the Ass spray?
As as often as you need it.
Like-
you can even bathe. This is Dr. Tajen. You can even bathe with it. You can put an ounce in your bath water as a spiritual bath too.
Okay. Awesome.
And it comes with all those instructions. When you order it, it comes with a card and it gives you all those instructions on
Okay.
how to use it.
Okay.
But I spray it a lot.
Yeah, I'm like thinking I'm gonna
go
have.
through a bottle a week. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to carry it in my car when I go show houses, everything.
Yes, because every time that you're interacting and dealing with people, you're always picking up or absorbing their energy.
Yeah.
You have to in order to interact because that's how the human chakra system works. But
Yeah.
not everybody puts off good energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's what Kara needs. Kara's here too, and maybe that's what Kara needs
Kara
for her
definitely
house.
needs that.
Yeah. Her house.
Go ahead. That was Jake. That wasn't me.
What'd he say?
He said she definitely needs that. You were talking about her house?
Yeah, she just moved into a house and her dog is being an asshole. She's got a puppy. I mean, it is a puppy, but it pooped right in front of her today. That's why she came over to my house, kind of, because she was, like, having issues with her dog. And she's like, doesn't know what to do with the dog, and I'm wondering if some of it has to do with her house. Or
it's the energy in the house.
It's the
energy in the house. She needs to sage her house. This is Dr. Tajen talking.
Okay.
She needs to sage it.
I have sage. I was just telling her I have.
Clear out the
I
energy.
hate that smell.
The energy.
Yeah. And maybe we can get some spray for her house. But, yeah, her dog is just being a brat. He's fine at my house. He comes over to my house and he's just fine. He's never pooped or peed in my house. And he poops and pees in her house all the time. And
Yeah, he feels the energy. He feels the energy of the other people that were there. He doesn't like the energy. Dogs are very sensitive to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not being temperamental and he's not being disobedient. He doesn't know how to speak to you. Even though animals do know how to speak, he doesn't know how to communicate with you to let you know that he feels uncomfortable in that house. So that's his way of getting your attention.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a way, by the way, Kara. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she just
That's his other way of communicating.
she just took him outside. His name's Miller, and she just took Miller outside and then brought him in the house, and then she was in the bathroom brushing her teeth, and the dog just like pooped on the floor right in front of her. And he had just been outside.
Looked me dead in the eye and said, "Bitch, I'm pooping on your floor."
Did you hear her?
It's just, I really feel like he's picking up some energy that may probably make him fearful or make him, feel not the greatest. And so he's trying to get your attention to let you know that's what it is. Sage your house out.
How do I fix it?
Sage your
And
house.
then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah, we'll sage your house. So.
And then we'll revisit it. Hopefully you'll give me a better update next time.
Yeah. Yeah. He said we'll revisit
All
it.
right.
And maybe it'll be a better outcome next time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting close to time for it to end. Darn it.
Yeah, I know. Any last things? We got 5 more minutes.
Anyone?
Jake says we have 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Anyone?
Love you, Jake.
Love you too.
That was my sister, Jackie.
Yeah. Yeah.
He used to have the hots for Jackie when he was here.
That was my baby.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
that's so sweet. Aw.
Well, what about Kelsey? Does he have anything else he wants to say to Kelsey? Since she's here, and I don't get to see her much because she lives in a different town.
Yeah, just pretty much what I've already said, Mom. I mean,
Okay.
Kelsey, just take it easy. Don't be hard on yourself. I really don't have that's what I'm picking up on you right now. I don't have anything else that I feel that, we have to elaborate on besides don't be hard on yourself about being timid or shy and not really being able to speak. You'll gain the confidence that you need. You'll gain everything that you need at the right time. Trust me, you're at the beginning of your awakening stages. You're just now awakening.
Yes.
I can tell you that. You're just at the beginning, and you still got a ways to go. And It's not a race. I tell mom this all the time because she already want to be at the finish line like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I get frustrated because oh shoot, I forgot to tell you about Carrie from work, what she's been meditating and what she saw in her mind.
Okay.
She actually saw she was meditating and saw the earth have this like an earthquake over the whole earth, and she actually saw the splitting of it in her meditation. She saw this big old shake that's gonna come, and then this popping, and it was the new earth. And
hey, if it happened with the continental drift, why couldn't it happen with the ascension?
yeah,
There's a lot that even here is a lot that I really don't know far as how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen.
right.
And I've already explained my understanding of it, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be a shift. It's going to be a shift where you're going to be uplifted from one dimension into the next.
Oh gosh, I'm just super excited about it.
I bet you are.
And maybe we'll do another session at another time, maybe a smaller session, but my sister just told me that maybe Jake needs to talk to his little niece or his little cousin Marissa, because she's cutting herself. How old is Marissa? 13?
14.
She's 14 now, but she's cutting again.
Okay.
So,
Sure, Aunt Jackie, I'll do that.
yeah.
All right. I love you, Mom. Bye, Aunt
I love
Jackie.
you too.
Bye, Kelsey. Bye, Kara.
Bye. Love you, and I'll talk to you next Monday.
Love you too, Mom. I can't wait.
Love ya. Bye.
All right. He's gone, you guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Yes. I was hoping she'd say something, but it was the very last minute. So through New Age, you can talk. Don't yell at them.